The first ever Conference League final is soon upon us. And what a final we have. AS Roma under Jose Mourinho, and we have Feyenoord under Arne Slot. Two managers who are in the first season at their respective clubs. What is going to happen? Who is going to be lifting the first ever Conference League trophy? Will Jose complete the European treble, or could Feyenoord be the first ever club to win the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League? A lot of cool storylines, awesome players, and all of that will be discussed in this video. You know what to do right now. You give your score predictions in the comment section down below. You hit the like button, and the target for this video is 40 likes. Guys, we can get it. Come on, this is the first ever Conference League, and I'm so excited. I've been covering this tournament since the group stage, round of 16, knockout playoff round, quarterfinals, semifinals, and we're now into the final of the first ever Conference League season. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and further ado, let's get to the preview and prediction of this year's Conference League final. Similar to the Europa League video, I will be talking about the path for both teams heading into this final. For Feyenoord, well, if people don't know, Feyenoord actually started way back in the second qualifying round of this season's Conference League. And yes, they almost got knocked out by FC Dritra from Kosovo. They needed a last-minute winner in the 90th minute to complete his hat-trick, till the midfielder, and they won 3-2 and were almost knocked out in the second qualifying round. However, in the third and the playoff round, they found it more comfortable, easily going past FC Luzern of Switzerland, and then of course Elfsborg in the playoff round, and they qualified to the group stage of this year's Conference League. But in the group stage, they were drawn into the group of death, and I said this when the draw was made and I was doing my group stage predictions. This was the group of death. They have Maccabi Haifa from Israel, which was a tough outfit, Union Berlin of course, and Slavia Praha. So this was not an easy group by no means, but they finished undefeated in the group, 4 wins and 2 draws, outscoring teams, scoring 11 goals throughout the group stage, but yet their defense was still not the strongest, conceding 6 goals, but they finished top of the group with 14 points and 6 points clear of Slavia Praha. They were drawn into the round of 16, so they avoided the knockout playoff round, and in the round of 16 they faced Partizan Belgrade, and it was no match. Feyenoord completely destroyed them away from home, 5-2. Sinisterra was on absolute fire in Belgrade, and also at home they defeated Partizan Belgrade 3-1 and advanced to the quarter-final. In the quarterfinals, they faced familiar foes from the group stage, Slavia Praha. In the first leg at Feyenoord, probably the game of the season in the Conference League season, it was a 3-3 draw. Goals coming left, right, and center. Horrible goalkeeping errors. But it finished 3-3, and it was all to play for in Praha. But an excellent performance, and once again the two key players, Desers and Sinisterra, stepped up, and they won 3-1 and advanced to the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, they faced former Champions League winners Olympique de Marseille. One of the craziest first halves we have seen in the Conference League this season. It finished 2-2 in the first half. Desers and Sinisterra getting the 2 early goals in the match, and then Marseille coming back to equalize before the half. A horrible back pass from Galetakar put in Desers, and Feyenoord came away with a 3-2 victory in the first leg. In the second leg, away at Marseille, we all know it is one of the most hostile environments to go to in Europe. Feyenoord came away with a 0-0 draw, a very hard-fought draw. They frustrated Marseille. Obviously the Payet injury played a major factor, but Feyenoord, all they needed was a draw. They got the draw and have advanced to the first ever Conference League final. For Roma, they didn't have to go through the second qualifying round. They had to go, as all teams did, to the playoff round, and they faced actual eventual champions in Turkey, Trabzonspor, but they made light work of them, winning the leg 5-1 in aggregate. So an easy, comfortable victory for Jose's men, and they advanced to the group stage. In the group stage, they were paired with Bodo Glimt, Zorya Luhansk, and CSK Sofia. So not the most difficult of groups when you look at on paper. And Roma, yes, they suffered one of the most craziest results we have seen in all Europe this season, a 6-1 defeat away at Bodo Glimt. But other than that, they destroyed CSK Sofia and Zorya Luhansk, and that helped them top the group with 13 points, 1 point edge over Bodo Glimt, and they advanced to the round of 16. In the round of 16, they faced Vitesse, and I said this would be a tough match for Roma when I made my round of 16 predictions, because Vitesse were actually playing some very good football at the time. In the first leg, they came away with a 1-0 victory thanks to a goal from Sergio Oliveira. However, in Rome, it got a little bit nervous because Vitesse equalized in the second half on aggregate, but a late Tammy Abraham goal, and that's a familiar story, would seal the victory and the aggregate scoreline, so Roma would advance to the quarter-finals. And similar to Feyenoord, they faced familiar foes in the group stage in the quarter-finals, and they took on Bodo Glimt. Could they exercise their demons? In the first leg, they didn't. They were outplayed by Bodo Glimt in the second half completely, and Bodo Glimt won the first leg 2-1, so it was all to play for in Rome. However, unlike the group stage, it didn't end in a draw. It was a Zaniolo masterclass. A marvelous hat trick from Zaniolo and a goal, of course, from Tammy Abraham gave Rome a 4-0 victory, and AS Roma would advance to the semi-finals and exercise their demons from the group stage. In the semi-finals, they took on Leicester City, a very tough opponent and a tough draw for AS Roma, but they came away with a 1-1 draw in Leicester thanks to a goal from Pellegrini and Mancini, an own goal, so it was all to play for in Rome. But yet again, it was that main man, Tammy Abraham, with a goal in the 11th minute, and all Jose's side did after that was defend, and they defended like warriors and came away with the 1-0 victory and advanced to their first ever Conference League final. Now that we have talked about the path for both teams, let's talk about the tactics heading into this match. Let's talk about Feyenoord first, right? This is Arne Slot's first ever season with Feyenoord, and he has done a marvelous job with this side. He already did some excellent things with AZ Alkmaar, so Feyenoord knew they were getting a great manager in Arne Slot. And the way they play football, the pressing, the way they play out from the back, it is a joy to see. Yes, they can score a lot of goals. The problem for them most of the season has been conceding goals in the Conference League, but they show that they can defend like warriors as well, like they did in Marseille in the second leg. When they need to defend and defend as a unit, they most certainly can. One of the problems I have with the side, obviously their main goalkeeper, Justin Biol, he is out for the season, so it's going to have to be Israeli international Marciano in goal, once again the backup, and he's made a lot of mistakes, but they're going to have to count on him, and he's going to have a big part in Feyenoord winning this game. You look at Linsen, you look at Sinisterra, you look at Jahan Bash, you look at Dessers, Thiel, they have so many different goal scoring options. You look at Dessers, top goal scorer of the Conference League, getting vital goals against Marseille, getting vital goals against Slavia Praha, so he's going to have to be main man. And probably the best player in the Conference League this season, you could say, Sinisterra, has been excellent. And he's only going to get better and better, and he could be a talent for other top European clubs to go after, but Sinisterra is an absolute baller. He can take on players, he can link up. If you saw the pass he gave to Dessers, especially in the first leg against Marseille, an excellent pass. So that's a main focal point for Feyenoord. They love to get the wing backs involved, overlapping all the time. You have Thiel, who can be the creator and the goal scorer. So Feyenoord are absolutely no joke. If you're a Feyenoord fan, though, you need to have a strong performance from Sensi and Trauner, the two center backs. They're going to have to keep Tammy Abraham quiet, because we know Tammy Abraham is on absolute fire this season. So Trauner and Sensi, if Feyenoord want to win, they're going to have to keep Tammy Abraham quiet. And for Jose's side, we all love Jose, right? I do, at least. By the way, Jose over Pep. Look, it's been a bit of an inconsistent season for Jose Mourinho. Yes, he's had a lot of injuries, and yes, he's getting more adapt to the Serie A because he's been out for so long from the Serie A, but at times they can defend very well. At times they can defend poorly. They can score goals. They can't score goals. So what is it going to take into this final? Remember, Jose has never, ever lost a European final. With Porto, with Inter, with Manchester United. Can he do the same for Roma? Time will tell. Let's talk about some key players. I mean, do we need to start? There's only one man we need to talk about. Tammy Abraham. 25 goals this season. 25 goals for Tammy Abraham. What a signing. What a player. And I'm very happy for him. Yes, he was never gonna... For me, I don't think he would have had a good career at Chelsea. Take your talent somewhere else. And he has taken the opportunity. Now, you look at Smalling, Mancini, Ibanez, the three center backs, because now Jose has adapted to a 5 in the back formation. They're going to have a key game, keeping Sinisterra, Dessers, and Reece Nelson quiet. If they can keep them quiet, I think Roma can win this game. You look at the wingbacks, Karsdorp, and yes, Spinazzola is back, but he's not fit to play 90 minutes. So it's most likely going to be an academy player who's been actually playing well in the last couple of months, Zalewski, the young Polak left wing-back, and he has adapted to the role really well, and Jose's made him into a good player. So the two wing-backs, Feyenoord have to be careful, because that's how they create the width on this team. We obviously know the midfield. You have Cristante, you have Pellegrini, Zaniolo, Mkhitaryan if he's healthy for the game, Verretuzzo, Sergio Oliveira. Roma have a lot of options in the midfield, so that's something Jose is going to have to think about. Will he want the creativity of Sergio Oliveira? And obviously Pellegrini is going to start, no doubt about that. And you have Cristante, who's going to be more of the CDM and just hold down the position. Zaniolo. This guy is a huge talent. He showed it against Bodo Glimt. When he is on fire, he is unplayable. And he is going to have a big game in this final. Zaniolo is the key for Roma winning this game. Obviously, there's Tammy Abraham, but you need somebody else other than Tammy to step up on Jose's side. And for Jose, look, if Jose approached this game very, very defensive and allow Feyenoord to have possession, yes, you could frustrate them, but they have players that can hurt Roma. So it's going to be fascinating to see how Jose will approach this game. Will he want to go toe-to-toe against Feyenoord? Will he want to sit back? Or will he want to be the more dominant team? Time will tell, and that's what makes this final so intriguing. Now, it is time for the prediction. Right? I have said many times before in the round of 16 quarterfinals predictions, I think Feyenoord can win this Conference League. I didn't think Roma could get past Leicester City. I thought Leicester City were too strong, but Jose proved me wrong. Jose is just equipped for cup competitions. This is his forte. This is his bread and butter. This is everything for him. This is his pizza and Coke now that he loves so much. Jose knows how to win finals. Can Arne Slot get the better of Jose? Can he make Jose lose his first ever European final? This is so intriguing, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this final. It's a very underrated final, and that's why I love this Conference League. Guys, I've been following the Conference League all season long. It's been a fantastic tournament. If you guys love the Conference League, let me know in the comment section down below. But Feyenoord are going to come with their high pressing, with Sinisterra, De Serres, and Reece Nelson. Till, what is Jose going to do? I think Jose is going to sit back, and he's going to allow Feyenoord to let them play their game. And if you're going to do that, Feyenoord are going to hurt you. I generally think so. Watching this team play against Marseille, watching this team play against Slavia Praha, they're such an underrated side with such an underrated manager in Arne Slot. So my prediction is, I think Feyenoord are actually going to make Jose suffer his first ever European final defeat. I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Feyenoord, and they would complete the European treble, winning the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. So there's my prediction. I think Feyenoord will lift the first ever Conference League trophy. It is a bold prediction, and you could call it an upset, but I generally do think that Feyenoord have the tools to break down Jose's side, and they have players capable of scoring goals. Yes, the defense isn't the strongest, but I'm banking on a similar performance they had in Marseille, the defense especially. Marciano, you better have a big game. Remember these words, you better have a big game. But that is my prediction, guys. You guys let me know your prediction in the comment section down below. Who will be lifting the trophy? Will it be Feyenoord or AS Roma? You know what to do. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We are nearing 3,000 subscribers, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel and been on the Conference League journey with me. It's been awesome, and we're going to do the same thing next season for this wonderful competition. Enjoy the final. There may be a watch along. I have to check out my schedule, so stay tuned for that. Should be an epic, epic final. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe, everyone, and adios.